Pranic healing. Those who practice pranayama can impart their prana in healing morbid diseases. They can also recharge themselves with prana in no time by practicing kumbhaka. Never think that you will be depleted of your prana by distributing it to others. The more you give, the more it will flow to you from the cosmic source, Hiranyagarbha. That is the law of nature. Do not become a niggard. If there is a rheumatic patient, gently shampoo his legs with your hands. When you do shampooing, massage, do kumbhaka and imagine that the prana is flowing from your hands towards the leg of your patient. Connect yourself with Hiranyagarbha or the cosmic prana and imagine that the cosmic energy is flowing through your hands towards the legs of the patient. The patient will at once feel warmth, relief and strength. You can cure headache, intestinal colic or any other disease by massage and by your magnetic touch. When you massage the liver, spleen, stomach or any other portion or organ of the body, you can speak to the cells and give them orders. O cells, discharge your functions properly. I command you to do so. They will obey your orders. They too have got subconscious intelligence. Repeat Om when you pass your prana to others. Try a few cases. You will gain competence. You can cure scorpion sting also. Gently shampoo the leg and bring the poison down. You can have extraordinary power of concentration, strong will and a perfectly healthy and strong body by practicing pranayama regularly. You will have to direct the power of prana consciously to unhealthy parts of the body. Suppose you have a sluggish liver. Sit on Padmasana. Close your eyes. Inhale gently till you count Om 3 times. Then retain breath till you count Om 6 times. Direct the prana to the region of the liver. Concentrate your mind there. Fix your attention to that area. Imagine that prana is interpenetrating all the tissues and the cells of the lobes of the liver and doing its curative, regenerating and constructive work there. Faith, imagination, attention and interest play a very important part in curing disease by taking prana to the diseased areas. Then slowly exhale. During exhalation imagine that the morbid impurities of the liver are thrown out. Repeat this process 12 times in the morning and 12 times in the evening. Sluggishness of liver will vanish in a few days. This is a drugless treatment. This is nature cure. You can take the prana to any part of the body during pranayama and cure any kind of disease, be it acute or chronic. Try once or twice in healing yourself. Your convictions will grow stronger. Why do you cry like the lady who is crying for ghee when she has butter in her hand? When you have a cheap, potent, easily available remedy or agent prana at your command at all times. Use it judiciously. When you advance in your concentration and practice, you can cure many diseases by mere touch. In the advanced stages, many diseases are cured by mere will. Distant healing. This is known as absent treatment also. You can transmit your prana through space to your friend who is living at a distance. He should have a receptive mental attitude. You must feel yourself en rapport, in direct relation and in sympathy with the man whom you heal with this distant healing method. You can fix hours of appointment with them through correspondence. You can write to them, get ready at 4 a.m. Have a receptive mental attitude. Lie down in an easy chair. Close your eyes. I shall transmit my prana. Say mentally to the patient, I am transmitting a supply of prana, vital force. Do kumbhaka when you send the prana. Practice rhythmical breathing also. Have a mental image that the prana is leaving your mind when you exhale. It is passing through space and is entering the system of the patient. The prana travels unseen like the wireless, radio, waves and flashes like lightning across space. The prana that is colored by the thoughts of the healer is projected outside. You can recharge yourself with prana by practicing kumbhaka. This requires long, steady and regular practice. Relaxation. The practice of relaxing the muscles of the body will bring rest to the body and to the mind also. The tension of the muscles will be relieved. People who know the science of relaxation do not waste any energy. They can meditate well. Take a few deep breaths and then lie down flat on your back as in Savasana. Relax all the muscles of the body from head to feet. Roll onto one side and then relax as thoroughly as you can do. Do not strain the muscles. Roll on the other side and relax. This is naturally done by all during sleep. There are various exercises in relaxation for the particular muscles of a particular part of the body. You can relax the head, the shoulders, the arms, forearms, wrist, etc. Yogins know the science of relaxation thoroughly. When you practice these various relaxation exercises, you must have the mental picture of calmness and strength. Relaxation of mind. Mental poise and calmness may be brought about by the eradication of worry and anger. Fear really underlies both worry and anger. Nothing is gained by worry and anger, but on the contrary, much energy is wasted by these two kinds of lower emotions. If a man worries much and if he is irritable, he is indeed a very weak man. Be careful and thoughtful. All unnecessary worries can be avoided. Relaxation of the muscles reacts on the mind and brings repose to the mind. Relaxation of the mind brings rest to the body also. Body and mind are intimately connected. Body is a mold prepared by the mind for its enjoyment. Sit for 15 minutes in a relaxed and easy comfortable position. Close your eyes. Withdraw the mind from outside objects. Still the mind. Silence the bubbling thoughts. Think that the body is like a coconut shell and you are entirely different from the body. Think that the body is an instrument in your hands. Identify yourself with the all-pervading spirit or Atman. Imagine that the whole world and your body are floating like a piece of straw in this vast ocean of spirit. Feel that you are in touch with the Supreme Being. Feel that the life of the whole world is pulsating, vibrating and throbbing through you. Feel that the ocean of life is gently rocking you on its vast bosom. Then open your eyes. You will experience immense mental peace, mental vigor and mental strength. Practice and feel this. Importance and benefits of pranayama. The illusory samsaric vasana that has arisen through the practice of many lives never perishes except through the practice of yoga for a long time. It is not possible on the part of one to control the mind by sitting up again and again except through the approved means, Muktikopanishad. How could jnana, capable of giving moksha, arise certainly without yoga? And even yoga becomes powerless in securing moksha when it is devoid of jnana. So the aspirant after emancipation should practice firmly both yoga and jnana, Yogtattva Upanishad. Tata kshite prakasvarnam, thence the covering of the light is destroyed, Yoga Sutras, 2-52. Tamas and Rajas constitute the covering or veil. This veil is removed by the practice of pranayama. After the veil is removed, the real nature of the soul is realized. The chitta is by itself made up of the sattvic particles, but it is enveloped by rajas and tamas, just as the fire is enveloped by smoke. There is no purificatory action greater than pranayama. Pranayama gives purity and the light of knowledge shines. The karma of the yogi, which covers up the discriminative knowledge, is destroyed as he practices pranayama. By the magic panorama of desire, the essence, which is luminous by nature, is covered up and the jiva or individual soul is directed towards vice. This karma of the yogi, which covers up the light and binds him to repeated births, becomes attenuated by the practice of pranayama every moment and is destroyed eventually. The afflictions and sins constitute the cover according to Vachaspati. Manu says, let the defects be burnt up by pranayama. Vishnu Purana speaks of pranayama as an accessory to yoga. He who wants the air known as prana by practice is said to have secured pranayam. Dharnasu cha yogyata manasa, the mind becomes fit for concentration, Yoga Sutras, 2-53. You will be able to concentrate the mind nicely after this veil of the light has been removed. The mind will be quite steady like the flame in a windless place as the disturbing energy has been removed. The word pranayam is sometimes used collectively for inhalation, retention and exhalation of breath, and sometimes for each of these severally. When the prana vayu moves in the Akash Tattva, the breathing will be lessened. At this time it will be easy to stop the breath. The velocity of the mind will be slowly lessened by pranayam. It will induce vairagya. If you can suspend 1 inch or digit of breath inside, you will obtain the powers of foretelling. If you can suspend 2 inches within, you will get the power of thought reading. For suspending the breath for 3 inches, levitation. For 4 inches, psychometry, clairaudience, etc. For 5 inches, moving about unseen by anybody in the world. For 6 inches, the power of Kaya Siddhi. For 7 inches, entering the body of another man, Parkaya Pravesa. For 8 inches, the power to remain always young. For 9 inches, the power to make devas to work as your servants. For 10 inches anima, mahima and other siddhis, and for 11 inches, you will attain oneness with Paramatman. When through great practice the yogi can perform kumbhaka for full 3 hours, then he can balance himself on his thumb. He undoubtedly attains all kinds of siddhis. Just as fire destroys the fuel, so also pranayam destroys the bundles of sins. Pratyahara makes the mind calm. Dharana steadies the mind. Dhyana makes one forget the body and the world. Samadhi brings infinite bliss, knowledge, peace and liberation. During yogic samadhi, the flame of the yogagni, fire of yoga, extending from navel to the head melts the amrita in the brahmarandhra. The yogi drinks this with joy and ecstasy. He can remain without food and drink for months by drinking this yogic nectar alone. The body becomes lean, strong and healthy. Too much fat is reduced. There is luster in the face. Eyes sparkle like a diamond. The practitioner becomes very handsome. Voice becomes sweet and melodious. The inner anata sounds are distinctly heard. The student is free from all sorts of diseases. He gets established in brahmacharya. Semen gets firm and steady. The jatragni, gastric fire, is augmented. The student becomes so perfect in brahmacharya that his mind will not be shaken even if a fairy tries to embrace him. Appetite becomes keen. Nadis are purified. The vikshepa is removed and the mind becomes one-pointed. Rajas and tamas are destroyed. The mind is prepared for dharana and dhyana. The excretions become scanty. Steady practice arouses inner spiritual light, happiness and peace of mind. It makes him an urdhavretu yogi. Advanced students only will get all the other siddhis mentioned above. The mind of a man can be made to transcend ordinary experience and exist on a plane higher than that of reason known as superconscious state of concentration and get beyond the limit of concentration. He comes face to face with facts which ordinary consciousness cannot comprehend. This ought to be achieved by proper training and manipulation of the subtle forces of the body so as to cause them to give, as it were, an upward push to the mind into the higher regions. When the mind is so raised into the superconscious state of perception, it begins to act from there and experiences higher facts and higher knowledge. Such is the ultimate object of yoga, which can be achieved by the practice of pranayama. The control of the vibratory prana means to a yogi the kindling of the fire of supreme knowledge, the realization of the self.